Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the WGLNA Season 2 Finals. One team is going to be joining us in the finals, and that is Fulcrum Gaming. And Ro4 just tweeted, surprised, question mark. I don't think a lot of people are surprised, but these teams have been performing very well. Simple Tankers, this was not the best we've seen them in Season 2. They need to make some adjustments for Season 3, but they are a very good team, well deserving of top 8, and we will see them once again today in the 3rd, 4th place match.
You know, I'm going to agree with you, but at the same time, Fulcrum Gaming, like, my goodness, 4-0ing both their opponents. They looked so sharp in both of the series. That kind of play is definitely WGLNA Season 2 first place material.
Yep.
I mean, this is a scary team. They've completely reformed how they're playing, a lot more aggressive. They're still going down to their fundamentals, their basics, reacting, having good triggers, but when it comes down to it, they have these little tiny things up their sleeves where they're able to just pull that trigger a little bit faster, be a little bit more decisive, and that's getting them the decisive wins much faster in this non-8-point rule play.
And as the two teams that are setting up right now, SIMP versus Cunninghams for the semifinal, I'd like to tell everyone about a very special position that is opening up for Wargaming in Seattle. This is a balanced designer position, and Wargaming Seattle is looking for an extraordinary balanced designer to join the team. The ideal candidate will participate in design discussions, playtest sessions, and content modification to help bring the project vision to life. Now, this is also a very excellent position for tankers, people that love to play World of Tanks. For more information, go to the wargaming.net website, click on careers, go to locations in the USA, you'll hit Seattle, and you will see one of those careers on the list. It's all you have to do. Make sure to sign up, because Wargaming is definitely an amazing place to work at. And the WGLNA, just an extension of Wargaming, is amazing, man. And we've been building this up for the last 6 months, and so many people are having such a great time.
I mean, we've been working for Wargaming for what now? Almost a half a year,
a year
little
at
bit
least,
more
yeah.
than that. Everything has been wonderful.
Everything but Ro4 has just been fantastic.
I know. Well, thank God we're getting rid of him, right?
No, we're not. Ro4 has, when we were first doing this, we said, okay, we need to bring in someone that has played tanks a lot. Because you and I had played, but we wanted to bring in someone that had been playing since the very beginning.
That actually knew what they were doing.
Yes, and Ro4 was one of those people, and we thought, well, he looks human, he talks well.
He doesn't look human, he looks handsome.
Well, that was the bare minimum that we needed, but he exceeded those expectations. And the only problem we have with Ro4 is just the ladies surround him continually, especially in Las Vegas.
It's really frustrating. I try to hang out with him, and it's just like he gets swarmed every single time we go out somewhere.
But Wargaming,
I would do something about it, but I just can't.
You can't.
There's nothing that I can do. I just might as well play video games in my room alone and just become a professional gamer again.
You didn't ask for this.
I didn't.
No.
You're like a light.
It just fell in my lap.
And the ladies are like flies, and they
That's
just
right.
gravitate towards you. It's not their choice. It's embedded in their DNA.
See, if you want to work with people like Randall, Ro4, Holcomb, and others at WGLNA or with Wargaming, definitely check that out, wargaming.net. Ladies and gentlemen, I believe it's time for SIMP versus Cunningham. Let's go ahead and throw it over to our host, Lauren Elise, for the face-off.
Thank you very much, Clutch. Time to do our second face-off. I'd like to invite the team captains to the stage. All right, so yesterday, you guys crushed your opponent. Do you feel you have what it takes to beat SIMP and make it into the finals today?
Yeah, like I said yesterday, it's all or nothing for us. So we got 1 win under our belt. We expect 2 more.
Okay. So yesterday, the Cunninghams did have a very dominating victory. Does it change your mindset for the game today?
No, it doesn't matter if they won 4-0 or if they won 4-3. It's all the same to us. We still got to beat them and take them out.
Okay, well, as the higher seed, you get to choose heads or tails. If you win, you get to choose the map, or you can opt to defer. So I'll ask you now, do you want heads or tails?
We'll take heads.
And it's tails. You can choose the map, or you can opt to defer.
Himmelsdorf.
I like Harry Potter, too. You can choose the spawning point.
We'll take the north.
Okay. Thank you, gentlemen. You may have a seat. Good luck. Let's battle.
Man, Lauren's great at making friends.
She is. She is putting your beard on the line and his choices in literature on the line. Well, I look.
let's take a look. 3 5100s and 2 IS-3s on the side of SIMP. On the other side, we have 3 110s and 2 5100s on the side of the Cunninghams. An L-Tractor is chosen by A. Martin for that extra view range normally. And what do we have so far? The football lineup.
The football lineup, but it's going to be that hill play from the blue team. The blue will be SIMP, and the red will be the Cunninghams. So the Cunninghams have a good spread, at least offensively, across that G line, but they're not going to spot anything for a while, and that hill play could be approached from the Cunningham's point of view of, hey, let's land a couple shots and then back down, as long as they don't overcommit on the castle. What I mean by that is if they go up across the hill, stay in that section, about the F0 section right where the castle is open, instead of going around the other way, about around the 8-9 line, and taking too much damage by being caught in the open here. But now Blue Boys captain, the 5100, is going to lead this charge up to the top.
At the same time, Mac G is spotting the middle along with Crimson Corsair, keeping that lockdown, keeping Countess spotted. And with that knowledge, SIMP will be able to overmatch on the hill.
And now Endo and Adroxis are moving up closer as Blue Boys captain tries to get a good position up to the top. And no tanks are going to, oh yes, a couple tanks are going to actually position themselves to go down the tank alley, and Blue Boys captain might have the depression to get those tanks, to get the 110, but maybe not in the 5100. But Adroxis does get the first blood against Trireme in that T1. Blue Boys captain may have a shot here against the 110s right down this alley crevice here. Does he take the shot? He does, and he gets a hit against Silent Demise. Silent Demise is going to turn the corner along with Militant 83 to go to the north side, and Countess and the other 110 is going to round out the push, and now SIMP is going to have to back down.
This is perfect. You want to get your 110s down here as fast as possible to get an extra lane of crossfire. They're going to do that. They're going to snake by, and they don't take any damage. A big cross right there. Now, in only a single crossfire direction, this is very difficult for the team of SIMP.
Just SIMP not settling their guns. They're just waiting. They were depending on RNG to make those hits happen, and as you can see, it has really hurt them. And now they're down a few hits that they could have been up. Heavy 20 is down to 949 hit points now.
Endo is super low as well, 428.
Taka needs to reinforce these 110s. The 5100s are coming on around, and they can definitely do a lot of damage here. Double tap, but the 110s don't have that damage to take them out fast enough. So the 5100, Taka still not branching off from this, still trying to kill the IS-3s, and the 110s are just getting blown apart.
Militant is down along with Silent Demise. Blue Boys captain and Endo landed all those shots at the 5100, but now they could be out soon. But the other 5100s still left alive here. Commander J along with Taka 001 trying to get the surrounded Adroxis, and Countess in the 110 with a return fire in SIMP's flag here. And he does get the kill against Adroxis. 3 against 3 right now, but Taka 001 is so low. But you could say the same for Blue Boys captain and Endo.
Yeah, things are a little bit dicey as we see. Tier 1s will go to battle Crimson Corsair in a beautiful position, and against A. Martin and L-Tractor, that will be very, very difficult because A. Martin has already taken damage, and on top of that, Crimson Corsair is in the T1 Cunningham and not the L-Tractor.
Yeah, that burst damage from a T1 will probably deal with A. Martin very well, but A. Martin only needs to get a reset, and he will be spotted. He is proxy spotted now by Crimson Corsair, and he will try to kind of reverse angle, actually, with his little lull tractor. Can he get a shot off? No, he does not, and Cap will continue. 25 seconds left.
It's going to force the retreat, but immediately Taka 01 gets taken out. So really unfortunate. Commander J needs to get back here in time. 15 seconds left. Will he have enough time? It looks like it's going to be close. Commander J.
No, he doesn't have enough time. He won't be able to get around for this.
Well, we'll see. 5 seconds. Yeah, unfortunate. 2, 1, maybe the shot. 0. No! Red base is captured. Great. Here we go. 2 5100s, 2 IS-3s, and a 416 for both teams. A mirror matchup. T1 Cunninghams are going to be chosen for both teams as well. So we will see who has the better decision making.
Oh wow, and actually, big surprise, I would have said Blue Boys is going to hit that 6 line and try to outplay, Countess, but it looks like he's going to avoid the 6 line. A little bit of meta here, trying to trick up his opponents, just saying, I've been here almost every single match on Ensk with SIMP, so I might as well not do it right here in the finals. This is SIMP bringing different strats all together, and we can see pushing right into the E2 courtyard right off the bat. This is something that I don't think anyone has seen out of SIMP all season long. This is this early in the game. They would usually play reactive and more passive.
This isn't something we normally see the Cunninghams do. A big push up the 6th line after the T1 Cunningham was able to get up so far. We can kind of see and unfold all the events that are happening because of the T1 positioning. A. Martin will be that sacrificial lamb, and that gives all indicators to let the Cunninghams know this is going to be a very, very nice early head start. Will they be able to cap this and screen this well enough?
Well, they have the timing now to do it. SIMP is going to have to move very quickly to get to the south side, and now the trigger has been pulled for multiple tanks to be on top of the flag cap.
Yep, Crimson Corsair will spot this cap sitting in the back in a bush very safely. It looks like he's going to wait until probably the last second because it's going to take a little while. And actually, look at this cap screen out of... Oh, he will fire, and he does reset some cap. But now 5100s will screen for the T1 as SIMP returns to base.
Cunningham's 9 seconds away, but a reset does happen, bringing it back up. While now down to 15 as another tank does jump on. But another reset happens as Adroxus moves in from the north side in the IS-3. Heavy 20 gets the kill against Trireme, and Endo in the 5100 is now focusing on the Object 416 of Kaunis. The reset has happened again, but the red base is going to be under attack as Mac G in the T1 has countered the flag cap with his own. The engagement is going to have to continue from Cunninghams to stop these tanks, and Taka 001 in the 5100 gets a great kill and has taken no damage on his side. But Commander J and his 5100 is going to go to the north to clean up Mac G, and the firefight will continue between these two teams in the south.
Heavy 20 Endo and Blue Boy's captain, very, very low, all about one good shot away from dying. The IS-3s can one-shot any of them. The AMX 5100 can one-shot any of them. Just will it happen? Militant and Taka are the only tier 8 left alive. They need to do some work. Taka immediately goes down. Or excuse me,
Taka's still up. Blue Boys is wrecking
Militant,
members of the Cunninghams right now. He got 2 extremely well-timed kills, playing the 416 very well. He will go down though. Taka wanting to get that kill. Though we do have two 5100s left, it's probably not going to be enough. Singh is still at full hit points.
Taka at 109
Unreal.
hit points, the last tank to the south, and now Commander J, the only one left alive here, up against 2 5100s and an IS-3 from SIMP. Cunninghams are in some serious trouble now in battle number 2 here. Singh has taken hardly any damage here in his 5100. He's going to be on the hunt for Commander J as the rest of SIMP is going to move to the north, pinging the map saying perhaps he's in the Bravo 8 section, but no, Commander J is going to go all the way over to the Bravo 1. Another ping on the map saying go to Charlie 2, and that'll definitely be a proxy spot here as soon as one of those tanks gets closer. The way that the Cunninghams pushed down the railroad, the 6th line, was great. But how SIMP had their spread and used the buildings to not hug the buildings directly, but to fall back and to wait for the commitment of the Cunninghams for one of the tanks further to the south, allow them to get those great shots in and to get the HP value down for 1 or 2 tanks faster than the rest, and that allowed them to get the kills and to clean up the rest of the south.
I feel like it was just a not well set up cap fast. They had a perfect entry, but were not able to screen, and there they will lose to SIMP.
SIMP takes battle number 2 on Ensk, and Endo is happy about it, as we see on the camera.
And look at this. Double 110s, 2 5100s, and a 1390 out for the Cunninghams. SIMP is sporting 2 5100s, 2 IS-3s, and a 1390. Mirror matchups, but what is better, an IS-3 or a 110? I personally like the IS-3 better.
I'm starting to like the 110 though. It's got great DPM, very consistent fire, fantastic penetration, and its armor. The front Shuka is really, it gets some real troll bounces, but you can't reverse angle with that. You don't have the spaced armor on the sides, and that's a con.
And also the fuel tank's a little bit brittle. That's some of the module damage that can happen against that tank, but we have seen tankers bring it, especially Fulcrum Gaming, to this series, to the semifinals we saw as they defeated Simple Tankers. But now in this series, I look forward to what these teams can bring, not just with the 110, but also the Object 416 we saw throughout group play this season. And the use of the T-32 back again, but some people believe because of the penetration loss on the T-69, they have 50 less pen on their shells compared to what it was before the patch. That having the T-32 with the armor value and the 298 millimeters of frontal armor with the gun mantlet added onto that as well is really, really good for hold down positions.
T-69s can no longer mess up T-32s.
I know.
Yeah, it's very sad. I know.
I had to trick my brain into the metric system for a second. It actually takes a while for us American minds to do that, since we grew up with the imperial system, I think is what they call it, with inches and feet.
You mean the freedom system?
The freedom system, yeah, that's what we call it.
No, it's very logical. I'm just kidding.
Well, you know what a furlong is?
What's that?
A furlong is the distance between the top of your middle finger to your elbow.
Well, real quick, guys, Mac G's about to go down to trireme, or not.
No, he's not. He's just fine.
18 hit points.
Mac attack has not been unleashed, and now he's going to turn around the fire against trireme. And will he get the kill? No, he's going to have to back out, stay away for a bit here. But the T1 battle did happen to the north, and Mac G is still alive, and Endo gets the kill with Mac G at 6 HP.
Well, that's wasted 5100 shell. There, Endo also indicates he will be reloading, but there's no engagement at all soon. So this is a nice time for him. Really got to watch out when you're going to hit that reload. It's a long reload for a 5100, almost 40 seconds.
Well, the spread of the Cunninghams is to the northern section near the TIE Fighter. They did go to the Delta Village for a bit, but SIMP decided for the one line into the city. They are going to position themselves in a way to to maybe fall back in case there's an F-road, crossroad push, as we did see Pubstars very effectively use against simple tankers yesterday. That's not going to be the case yet from the Cunninghams. They're going to go all the way up the one line, or the zero line, excuse me, and then move over the alpha line towards the flag to get in a good defensive position, as one of the light tanks is already down to the south. It looks like the 1390 is cruising just outside the flag.
Oh, wow.
And red base is under attack.
It's only Mac G, though. And this is actually a trap, because Mac G wants to die.
He does. Mac G in every game says, if you shall strike me down, I will become more powerful than you can possibly imagine.
And he goes on top of everybody's shoulders and actually tells them what to do.
Minute and 14 seconds left on the cap, so...
He really is Obi-Wan.
He is. He is.
He's the embodiment.
Well, if he's sitting on their shoulders, he's a little bit more like Yoda.
Almost a minute here for the cap to happen. Milton 83 is not going to go for the bait, but no, he will get hit, though. To the front, Mac G will go down. Looks like Cal is able to get that shot, but the 5100 will take a little bit of damage on his side. Blue Boys captain in a firefight against Commander J. Commander J has a little bit of an advantage at 388 hit points against 343, but not much. Shot could ring true for either of these teams, either of these players here to get the kill. Commander J trying to fall back a little bit with the reverse angle against Blue Boys captain, but both of these tanks are going to fall back and then try to readjust for the positioning, while the Adroxus IS-3 is going to be cruising across the way to try to help his teammate here for the flank fire, and the 1390 is going to be in some trouble. Commander J at 6 HP. He's going to try to get one shot against Adroxus, and it's a bounce, and Adroxus winding up the shot here, lining it up, and does he get it? He does.
In midair.
In midair, Adroxus with the skeet shoot shot in the IS-3. Now moving to the north side.
What does SIMP do from here, though? How do they use their advantage? They have a mobility advantage for sure. They just got to wait until there's a full reload. Still, all their tanks have been peppered a little bit here and there, but you can see the reverse. The 110s are coming up from behind. Will SIMP be able to catch this coming? They have their T1 and their 1390 positioned in a way where they can sandwich anything like this. And, you know, 110s, I know they can be very good like this. I mean, they're good straight on, but when it's very, very close, that's where the 110s actually perform a lot worse than the IS-3s. You're not using their true strengths with it, which is that shoot
wow,
in
and
the center.
Singh will actually walk right out into the open, as numerous members of the Cunninghams will actually miss a few shots, but Singh down to 523, and he will go down.
Wow.
Beautiful hits coming out from the Cunninghams, and now the power of the Cunninghams is unleashed as they try to line up a couple more shots here on that F-road crossroad position, but the 110s are going to get stopped in their tracks as the IS-3s from Heavy 20 and the Adroxus are going to be just to the northern position along the Delta 2 line, the Delta 3 line, and Endo in the 5100 is going to help out those IS-3s for some significant damage dealing. Crimson Corsair and the L-Tractor may try to line up himself for a little bit of scouting to position where exactly the Cunninghams are along the F-road, but nothing yet. No one is scouted.
This is when the 110s are kind of in a pickle. This is the worst possible situation because once you turn the corner, you're kind of nullifying your Shuka. You're actually giving the right angle, the perfect 90-degree angle for all these shots to go on upon your tank. So it's hard to turn. It's hard to go around corners. And now the 110, I'm not sure if it can actually perform. The IS-3s will have the advantage if they have an engagement like this.
I really think that at this point, Cunninghams needs to back off from the situation and attack from a new direction, which it looks like they've decided to do that as well. The positioning out of Simp is very strong, but remember, Blue Boys captain is very low. If the engagement can be started on Blue Boys, I feel like it can go in the favor of Cunninghams. But if these IS-3s can find themselves at the front of the attack, then we probably will see Simp take it, because I think Blue Boys will be able to get a very strong flank, and with the 1390, probably, hopefully, for Simp, be able to land all of the shots. However, it looks like Blue Boys is in the north, passive spotting the cap. There's no cap pressure right now. They're leaving Crimson in the south to defend cap, and it looks like both teams will decide to reconnoiter and roll out in a completely
and there goes Blue Boys captain, leaving the
gosh.
safety of the bushes now, trying to land another shot here. He was holding in a line for a while to see that scouting, and he gets another hit against Count as Blue Boys captain lining up behind the building here for another shot against the 5100 as Adroxus and Heavy 20 push up. Adroxus takes down Silent Demise, but Countess gets the revenge kill, but he falls to Endo. Blue Boys captain trying to line up another hit against Taka 001 as Adroxus is going to be in a firefight against the 110. Endo can cruise around the corner here and get a couple shots against the other 5100, but Blue Boys captain does fall to Taka 001. Endo is the only one left alive against two tier 8s, the 110 and the AMX 5100. And now he's going to take some shots.
Oh, he's reloading. Endo doesn't have any more shots. Now he's going to be chased. Taka is loaded. He gets a track shot, and the Cunninghams might be able to do this. Yes, they do. Down goes the last tier 8 tank. Crimson Corsair all alone is L Tractor, and Abe Martin is already capping the base. It's going to be L Tractor versus L Tractor. Who's going to win?
50 seconds left on the capture.
Who's
Crimson
gonna do
Corsair still left alive. Inching closer to Abe Martin. Abe Martin trying to pinpoint the location.
Oh, no.
Goes for a shot. It's a miss. Another shot from far away. Abe Martin tries to go for the hit again. 99 to 57. 19 HP left. Abe Martin lines up the shot. It's a miss.
Crimson Corsair crushes his opponent.
He does, but for how long will he stay alive? Not long. But can he escape the 5100s?
Okay, so
Or the 15100 and Militant 83.
what's so crazy is Crimson Corsair can actually penetrate the 5100 and the one, well, not maybe the back of the one.
Taka misses his shell on to Crimson Corsair, just barely missing him to his right. And now Crimson Corsair will try to get away. He will make another turn, avoiding Taka yet again. But here comes Militant 83.
It's a trap.
It's a trap. Crimson Corsair on the L Tractor. 48 seconds to stay alive for the draw. Taka tries to line up the shot, and it lands. Militant 83 and Taka clean it up. The Cunninghams with the first battle victory of the series.
All right, here we go. Pershing T69 and 3 1390s for Simp versus 2 T69s and 3 1390s from the Cunninghams. So we can see just a difference in the Pershing and the T69. We'll find out if the autoloader with Taka is going to be enough against Adroxus in his Pershing. But I was saying, you know, I really feel like the south side, it's pretty even overall, and it's because of the developing meta that we saw. The stats represent a reflection of the WGLNA Season 2 group stages. That was, it was still being figured out, in my opinion.
And now the north side will just go, I think we're actually just seeing an all-in on the middle of the map. We might see Blue Boys captain take hits early on as Countess is just going up and over.
And Countess gets lit up. 613 now left for his HP pool. Blue Boys captain tries to land another hit against Silent Demise, but it rings right into the mountainside here. That traded fire actually is going to go to the advantage of Simp as Taka and Countess took a little bit of damage. Another shot against Militant 83, but Endo's taking some hits himself across the way. Next to the donut side, he's actually moved over to the north side and trying to get some cross shots on that flank against Taka 001. Another hit against Taka. Another one, 440. He's going to be going down here pretty fast, and he does. Heavy 20 gets the first blood kill here against the tier 8 of Taka. But now the push into Silent Demise of Commander J into Singh. They want Singh's blood in that T-69, but Blue Boys Captain's trying to hold the line against Countess, and he is able to, as Singh is down to a little bit less. He has no HP now. He is completely down. Adroxus is getting surrounded as Blue Boys Captain's continuing the battle against Countess in the 1390 Lighthouse Hill battle here.
But the response from Simp is very well executed, and now 2 tier 8s down with only Singh dead for Simp. Advantage definitely going to Simp in this fight, but 1390s will be reloading shortly, and they'll have to pull out whilst leaving Adroxus behind in the Pershing. Countess, though, getting engaged by Blue Boys, and Countess might actually be able to win this fight.
And he gets another hit into the track of Blue Boys, but doesn't fully damage it. Blue Boys aims to the rear of Countess. He goes for the shot. No, he gets hit. Now at 96 HP, and he goes down. Countess still alive here in the engagement.
Commander J, you brilliant battle buddy.
Heavy 20 taking a couple hits from A. Martin. Now another shot from Commander J. He's at 18 hit points, and he goes down. Militant 83 gets to kill the T-69.
Wow, Commander J is saving everyone right now. He's saved 2 team members, keeping them alive, and now T1s are even allowed to pepper a few. Oh, Endo's taking a few hits down to 641. This is actually hurting a little bit.
Adroxus will now push forward. Militant 83 down to 401 hit points, 2 shots away from going down from any of these tanks. 1 shot will ring true, Pershing to get that damage. Endo taking more damage, peppered by that T1. Abe Martin doing a great job.
Oh, Adroxus misses, and now Militant 83 may be able to finish him off.
Oh gosh, and it's because Endo is clipping right now. Only 1 more shot, and no, it does not go off. Pershing able to get the final blow, but Commander J, I mean, look at that crossfire over from the west side.
Behind Adroxus, here comes Countess,
yes!
And yes, he gets the kill.
Connection. Endo will also take a big hit from Commander J. 1 more shot will ring true, and Endo just, oh, he gets
T1 kill!
T1!
A. Martin in the T1 kills Endo on the run in that 1390, and now it's 2 against 2. A. Martin and Commander J still left alive for the Cunninghams. Crimson Corsair and Mac G still left alive for Simp. And that is 2 T1s versus a 1390. Commander J destroys Mac G. The Mac attacks unleashed, but it's not going to help an L Tractor. Crimson Corsair to the very north section at Bravo 1. And now the Cunninghams are going to push to the south and go for the flag capture, tying up the series if they're able to land this.
Just MVP Commander J for this entire battle. He saved 2 teammates, and it's just fantastic play by him, fantastic positioning by Commander J.
I mean, it really switched around. We had Simp, I almost feel like, throw the battle. They were in a great position. They converged and were able to crush in the very beginning stages, but they gave up that west position. And as soon as they did that and converged, they were in the same position that the Cunninghams were in, and Commander J went over to the west side. And as soon as they had that extra lane of crossfire, you saw Commander J just wreck everybody, using their terrain perfectly, tactics to the max. I mean, we had the Pershing. It could have been able to take that 1390 or the T-69 at any point, but he didn't. And that's the little tiny things that that extra crossfire allows you to do. It allows you to be so much safer while at the same time putting shots on your opponent.
Now the red base is under attack with 1 minute and 20 seconds and 1 minute and 29 left for the blue base here. And continuing on with the streak, we have Commander J in the 1390 heading up to the north side to get the cleanup on the L Tractor. 1 shot away from getting the cleanup kill here. And the 1390 can 1-shot an L Tractor, no problem. And he's going to go ahead and
he might not go for this one. Go for the ram, Commander J.
He's going to go for the shots fired, and then he's going to go for a miss.
Boom.
There he gets
Goodbye.
him. And the Cunninghams ties up the series, ladies and gentlemen, 2-2.
Mirror matchup yet again. 1390s, 2 T-69s against a Pershing T-69 and a 1390. Not mirror matchup, but the same matchup that we had last time. Switched positions. A big west side push. That's most likely just going to be able to get west side control with those 1390s. Silent Demise, Commander J, and behind that, the 2 T1s.
Now the Cunninghams had this type of push, but they went all in on that west side play against Hammer Time, and that was the only loss that they had. But they probably learned their lesson now, and Endo and Heavy 20 are going to go to that same area, at least Endo's area, on that northern side of the donut. The donut being that western rock area here. And now Countess did take that first hit and taking a little bit of damage on his 1390, but he's going to hug that mountain to the south. As Heavy 20 and Endo are going to be in an engagement against Trireme, Commander J, and Silent Demise. Endo gets hit to 859. and he's going to fall back along with Heavy 20 to get out of that precarious situation.
One thing, I love the roles of the T1s in this position. I mean, the Cunninghams are really using the T1s not as wards, rather as damage dealers, and it's so interesting. But a big push now, and it looks like Simp is doing a little bit more damage. Milton taking another shot.
And Blue Boys Captain Adroxus are going to be holding down the lighthouse area along with Sing to the back in the T-69, as Endo and Heavy 20 are going to wait here, as A. Martin is spotted from Endo's point of view, but he can't get a shot on him. He will fall back and disappear. Simp wants this northern position to hold out here. This is why they chose this position.
But they are putting pressure on the middle. Countess is taken down to 630. Adroxus playing is pushing very well, but Commander J and Silent Demise do show themselves and are putting pressure on that middle position. Shots ring out, but do not connect with Blue Boys Captain.
Yeah, center control definitely goes to Simp with that Pershing. I mean, it's no doubt. With that hold down position, you're able to win over T-69. So it puts a lot of pressure on the west side. That's where we really have to focus. If this west side doesn't take control fast enough, then the center will get crushed. You're going to eventually see an overmatch. That means Commander J, Silent Demise, the majority of the pressure rests on your shoulders.
With 7 minutes and 40 seconds left, we're still at the beginning phases of this matchup, and as we've seen the pattern continually in World of Tanks Esports for North America, there's that 5-minute reset timer where a team will reset their strategy, reconfigure their approach, and go a different way. We've seen that with Simp on this map on an east side play on Cliff, getting some shots from behind, getting the jump on some of the tanks that are in that northern section on that lighthouse area, and then winning out the match. That is a possible play from the Cunninghams where they are to the south. It will be a risky move, but looking where Mac G is all the way to the north, if they do a full-on push, they will be spotted at that time, but maybe not in time for them to land a couple shots or for some of the turrets from Sing or Adroxus to be looking the other way.
Oh no!
Here.
Okay, A. Martin over here on the side actually fell down the hill. Really unfortunate. Now Crimson Corsair will go to battle with the other T1, Trireme. A. Martin was trying to get right over here. Crimson Corsair takes out the 1T1, but he was trying to get right over here. He fell off. That would have been a perfect position to spot the two 1390s in pretty much a glorious location. It looks like Crimson Corsair was taken out by Trireme, or excuse me, by 1390.
Commander J took him out in response, although pay attention to that. If he doesn't reload now, and he could be caught off guard if Simp decides to push, but it doesn't look like Simp is willing to do that at this time. It's a little bit risky if Simp wanted to try and make a 1390 on 1390 push.
It's going to be a standstill for a while here, gentlemen, on the position
It
of these
is,
tanks.
but they're doing small little alterations to try to get the right position. Right now, north side is playing a lot more defensive. You can see Mac G, or I think it's Mac G, on the mini-map going to be coming around to take Crimson Corsair's position because he does not want A. Martin to get a good position. Behind this rock, you're able to poke out a little bit better than these 1390s, and you're behind cover. Makes it very difficult. A. Martin going for the same run yet again, and
he's going to fall down the hill again. Mac G's going to have some good shots on A. Martin. He's going to unload, and he's able to get the kill. Mac G now has Western control of vision for the map.
That's also T1 control. That means Mac could go all the way back around the other side of the map, maybe even get into the backfield, start putting cap pressure on, but that would take all of about, 4 minutes. But with these teams stay at a standstill for that whole time, Mac could reasonably actually do that.
Yeah. So right now, I think Cunninghams have to readjust their position. They realize, okay, there's no way for us to actually aggress up on the west side, and they have to be careful because actually Simp, they're the ones trying to aggress up. Proxy spot, and now Heavy 20 is pushing forward. Silent Demise is there. Another crossfire by Commander J is given.
They need to actually do this in order for Mac to successfully get any kind of cap pressure going. They can't afford to let Silent Demise or Commander J leave this position. Commander J is spotted, and
he's
left. He's dropped off the cliff. That will prompt Simp to push, and now Silent Demise is going to take hits and go down to 617. He drops off the cliff.
Oh my god, 511 damage being done to Silent Demise from falling off the cliff. Mac G going to put out a little bit of damage. Silent Demise really was so scared of dying right there, but that big jump off, no bueno.
No bueno indeed. And now Mac G with a complete Western control will see Commander J way far away, while along with his teammates getting that spotting here. And Simp now has the spread and the push, and Adroxus and the Pershing is spotted along with Sing, but they can get the necessary damage or even just push into the flag here. Silent Demise does take down Mac G, which is unfortunate for the Cunninghams, meaning the Mac attack has been unleashed. And with Sing and Adroxus now pushing more towards the center of the area,
Goomba.
spotting on the map for a G1. Can a possible Goomba happen?
Please, Goomba.
It's hard to do it off the side of this hill, but Blue Boys, I would love it if he would try.
He
He
needs
is
a
trying
running
to spot,
start.
and he's expecting actually that Cunninghams are the north side of the hill. I'm seeing pings going on the south. He hasn't been checking that as much, and he will probably line up a shot in a moment on Silent Demise, who is spotted. No, he won't have to. Heavy 20 will take Silent Demise down.
3 minutes and 25 seconds left. That means Simp has to kind of get the move on it. They don't want to tie this up, obviously, and they have a wonderful position. 40 tier points to 32. That's a tier 8 advantage so far. That means a lot.
Blue Boys is checking everywhere but the position Cunninghams are in right now in his 1390. He is checking the north, he's checking some of the east of the cliff, but now it looks like the mediums will just go in and they'll find.
T-69's under fire from Sing and Adroxus. Adroxus takes a heavy hit to the front, but Sing is able to take down Milton 83. Blue Boys captain gets a kill on Countess in 1390. Taka 001 is gonna fall here pretty soon. One more hit to the T-69.
Oh,
Blue Boys captain gets a kill
anticlimactic.
from the top of the mountain. And now, who's on the chase? Endo is on the chase here for Commander J in that 1390. Does he get a track shot?
Yes,
he
he does.
Beautiful shot from Endo. Another shot fire from Commander J. That one missed, and Endo's going to be on the chase again for Commander J. The last Cunningham tank left alive here. Simp, with this battle victory, will be one battle away from going to the finals. Commander J, one more shot, he will go down. 91 HP, he does. Heavy 20 cleans it up, and Simp wins the battle. Hey everybody, welcome back to the WGLNA Season 2 Finals, live from Las Vegas. We know you enjoy those segments, and we have more to come, especially another appearance from Big Dave. Now, Cunninghams, 2 battles away from defeating Simp. Simp, 1 battle away to joining Fulcrum in the finals. It all comes down to this, gentlemen. $100,000 is the prize pool, $50,000 for first place. Simp last time took home $25,000. The Cunninghams was out at the beginning of the round of 8 in Season 1. This is huge. The pressure is high for the Cunninghams.
I'm going to pose you a question right now, Clutch and Rookhill. Which of these 2 teams do you think best is representation to take out a team like Fulcrum Gaming? Because I don't know if I see it just yet.
I don't know either. I cannot answer that question until I see this next battle, honestly, because the amount of pressure that these 2 teams are going to be under. Simp is still under a lot of pressure as well. And if they can bounce back from that tie that they had from the Cunninghams and continue on the series, they're going to continue that momentum. But the 3rd and 4th place match, they don't want to think about that right now. They're thinking about the 1st and 2nd place match.
I really don't like the way both of these teams are playing. I feel like there's too many mistakes happening right now. I think if they went up against Fulcrum right now, I don't think they would win. That's just me being completely honest here. I'm seeing mistakes being made on both sides, and Fulcrum's off here clapping, but I'm seriously, it's just mistakes that have been made on both sides that are resulting in losses for both sides are not very good.
Is this nerves? Is this just weird play and they're reacting very differently because they're not expecting what's coming out of their opponents, or what is this?
Mistakes. I'm seeing mistakes
Just
being
straight
made.
up mistakes, not nerves.
Hesitation.
Hesitation.
Hashtag hesitation is what we're seeing right now.
Yes, and sometimes no. Cunninghams has not hesitated a few times. We're returning to Himmelsdorf here, so let's see if actually Cunninghams can do better a second time.
Battle number 6, ladies and gentlemen. Simp versus the Cunninghams in the semifinals on Himmelsdorf. Let's battle.
Three 5100s and 2 IS-3s for the team of Simp. On the other side, we have 3 110s and 2 5100s. The mirror matchup that we had before. What's better, a 110 or an IS-3?
Soviet will tell you,
Actually, 110 or
5100.
5100?
Soviet will tell you it all comes down to cohesion and how these tanks work together. Soviet, the biggest proponent of the IS-3. Right now, gentlemen, it comes to landing the shots, and Cunninghams need to land these shots as they are taking over the western play here, but keeping 2 of their tanks back in order to see what Simp is doing, and they did send one over to the top section of the courtyard. That is Endo. he is on his own. If they're able to scout him here, they can get a clean kill.
And he is
against them.
spotted. He is currently spotted. A shot went out. He doesn't know who fired. He didn't get to spot them in return. And it looks like he's actually having a little trouble on the Rebel. He might get himself stuck, but it will be a 4v3 in the south. There's kind of being a 2v1 possibly in the north. Endo doesn't actually have all that much support from a few angles that the Cunninghams could abuse.
First couple shots ring out. Singh takes some damage, 1092 at a 1400. Militant 83 and Taka are spotted on the F and G line, but all the way to the south, one of the T1s is about to get killed, and that is Crimson Corsair trying to unload in the 5100. Commander J not using any shots here except for one, and he does get the kill on the T1. He's unable to get enough ramming damage for the clean kill here. Heavy 20. And Singh still under attack here, crossing the courtyard, taking another hit from one of the 110s. And
he's taking a hit from a lull tractor. And he's down to 1 hit point.
1 HP on Singh, trying to cross away. Countess and Silent Demise know he's there behind the building. Is Endo still in that area? He is just behind here, but he is spotted. All of the tanks are spotted except for Mac G, who is all the way to the north side, and he's going to be going for the flag cap.
Battle buddies forever. Endo is trying to get shots on Countess. He connects 2 of them. Singh's going to poke out with 1 hit point, and down he will, or excuse me, Countess will go. Singh still being able to represent some firepower here, but eventually gets being taken out.
Militant 83 gets a kill on Heavy 20. Endo 431 against Silent Demise on the 110, down to 76 HP. He goes down. Blue Boy's captain at full HP now, chasing down Silent Demise. He's the only tier 8 still left alive. Silent Demise in the 110, landing another shot. And now A. Martin in the Hell Tractor taking some hits on his side from Mac G to the north. But here comes the rest of the tier 8s to clean up Blue Boy's captain. Cunninghams could do this. There's a couple more shots into Blue Boys, and the last tier 8 will go down. One more hit. The T1 doing some damage against the 5100. Come on, Silent Demise. One more shot. He's going to take him down. Militant 83.
They're going to let the lull tractor get this kill?
Yeah. Oh my God. No, finally the 110 will sweep it up. Really funny stuff. But the person that is left alive is Mac G. He's going to go down here.
Gets the kill on A. Martin. He gets hit from Taka 001. Ladies and gentlemen, the Cunninghams come back for the tied up match in battle number 6, which means it is now a straight up best of 1. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the WGLNA Season 2 Finals. We are in the semifinals of the Cunninghams versus SIMP. In the last battle of a best of 7 series is tied up 3-3. The winner of this battle will go to the finals against Fulcrum Gaming. Can SIMP continue in the series and defeat Cunninghams to face Fulcrum Gaming once again in a revenge match? Or will the Cunninghams upset SIMP and face Fulcrum to take them on for a $50,000 first place prize? This is WGLNA. This is Esports for World of Tanks. The tension is high, like I said before, a quick commercial break. And now the question is, can Cunninghams do it?
Yes. In a very simple word, yes, they can. They've shown great poise throughout the entire league play, and now they're over here showing why they belong in the top 3. They're big contenders now. Originally, it's always, as you said, the establishment, which is Fulcrum Gaming, SIMP, and now there is a contender. This is very exciting for the scene overall. The Cunninghams relatively new, and not only does it show you that SIMP, Fulcrum Gaming are immortal, but it shows you the barrier to enter is pretty, not easy, but it's tangible.
It's attainable. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for battle number 7 of Cunninghams versus SIMP on steps.
How will it all go down? We will find out. Object 416 Pershing and 3 1390s for SIMP main. On the other side, we have the Cunninghams having a Pershing, 2 T69s, and 2 1390s.
The Pershings are going to try to go for the established dominance with that view range of 400 meters along some of these hills and cliffs, but the top side is going to go for that East Valley. That is going to be SIMP, the top side in the blue. The south side will be the red. That will be the Cunninghams. Now, steps is a map, as I've said many times, is the map you choose if you want to play defensive, if you're in the lead and you want to win out by a draw. If a draw happens here, gentlemen, we will go to a shootout, the second possible shootout of the finals. Well, counting, the third one if you count the version 2 shootout we had between Simple Tankers and Pubstars. Thank you very much. Pubstars so close, trying to make that series happen for them. They were in the lead, but then Simple Tankers brought it back. Unfortunately, Simple Tankers lost to Fulcrum Gaming in a 4-0 sweep earlier on in the first semifinal. And looking at the positions here, Randall, which side has the advantage? The east side play from SIMP?
Well, you've got an incredibly strong east side play from SIMP. It's just what you do. When you have the north side of the map, you take the east, and it's very difficult for the south side to contest that. They can, but it requires something early game, I think. There are little things you can do, but for the most part, most teams don't have a grasp on how to counter out any east side play when they spawn south.
And that east side play is so advantageous for any team taking it because they can always fall back. And yes, the other team will have the higher ground, but none of the guns have enough depression sometimes to try to get those shots from the higher ground. And looking at what the Cunninghams are doing, they're in that E2, E3 quadrant, now moving up to the north side together as a single team, except for 2 of the T1s hanging back to scout the flag and also to scout any approaches coming from the roadside. And SIMP has 2 of their tanks all the way to the south side as well. And that Blue Boys Captain will be in the center area, and those other tanks will not be Heavy 20. Heavy 20 is to the north. It looks like Mac G is one to the south, along with Endo in the 1390.
Some blind fire with Silent Demise and someone else from Team SIMP. They know exactly where the fire is coming from, but nothing's really connecting. As it stands, both teams are just trying to grasp their position, but you can see SIMP very spread out. On the mini-map alone, you can see how much of the eastern part of the map they're really taking up. I like so far the position of the Cunninghams, but as we said, it's very hard for these teams to know exactly what to do to converge onto either side.
Well, I really like what we're seeing out of SIMP. SIMP is moving Mac G up in the T1, and behind him is Endo. Between the two of them, they're going to begin sweeping this southern portion of the map. They've recognized now that the Cunninghams have, for the most part, abandoned it. They're expecting to find maybe a T1 or 2. Mac will be spotted. He'll throw himself into a rock, and he will begin looking around for Scout. Trireme will begin firing, and he will take Mac down to 9, and he will not be able to finish him off yet. Trireme taken down to 78, and Endo should be getting zeroed on target, getting ready. There he will go down. Trireme, though, will live. He will live. Endo will not
HP.
be able to get him. Okay.
Endo trying to line up a shot, does fire, but it's a miss against the T1. Trireme still left alive here. Endo shoots again, another miss in the 1390 from Endo. He did see a Pershing spotted behind him. He did turn around with his turret, but he's not going to take the shot since the Pershing disappeared when he turned around. Now he's indicated to his team he is reloading.
And he does back off, back behind the hills again,
into the
and he's
east
just
side.
going to be safe again. It's but they've sacked now a T1 for not really a whole lot of gain. They've lost Mac, and unfortunately we're not able to capitalize on that. But great job by Trireme. Have to say that he did a very good job. I think he was a little lucky there to not be to not peek out in a position that Endo could return fire. That's just unfortunate for SIMP, but just luck, I think.
And he zeroed in his T1 shots too. A lot of people would just spam them, try to unload the clip as fast as possible and duck behind cover. He actually shot, waited for it to zero again, shot again, waited it for it to zero. That way, the long distance would not really come into a factor as the shots would connect, and you saw Mac G only down to 9 hit points. That's still 106 damage being done.
Mm-hmm. And the thing is, you can't expect that full clip to hit that consistently at the range that they were engaging. He did about as well as he could on that first one. Some people would expect, the T1 to get the kill in the first unload, but not at that range.
Crimson Corsair and the L Tracker did spot Commander J. Shot rings out close to Commander J in the 1390, but it does not hit. Crimson Corsair will disappear from the map for a bit, but looks like the track got injured, damaged from Crimson Corsair. Here's a couple shots you're trying to ring against him.
I guess that must be A. Martin shooting from across the map.
Yeah, there's small pot shots.
There, A. Martin is actually spotted.
And A. Martin in the L Tractor from way downtown is spotted, as you mentioned, but nothing's able to hit the Crimson Corsair. It was spotted by Commander J, and then
Endo will now spot Trireme, actually. And Trireme will not get away. Endo will be able to kill Trireme. And now, South Control going to SIMP.
But is that the trigger? They know Endo is all the way on the southern side. We don't have any mobilization by the red team, so the Cunninghams are just going to play defensive. 4 minutes left in this battle, so we can very easily go to that shootout if it ties out.
Endo on that southern side is going to be joined by Heavy 20 soon.
Commander J is spotted, and he takes a hit going down to 809 as he drops into F5 and tries to get away. I'm expecting to see a Cunninghams try to push this one out. They need to begin an engagement soon, or else one of these teams will be able to draw it out.
Crimson Corsair and the L Tractor will spot to the north. The rest of the Cunninghams. Now Countess is spotted in the Pershing, going for the full commitment along with Silent Demise. Silent Demise gets hit on the side at 880 of 1100. Countess going to be pushing in along with the Pershing. We saw this from Civil Tankers with the same kind of play of that Pershing, moving across to the north and getting that great long shot firing from those Pershings. Commander J and Crimson Corsair going to dance a little bit here. And now a track shot happens. Silent Demise gets hit again for the Cunninghams. And Blue Boys captain is going to be streaming up to the east side, north side here from the valley, along with Heavy 20 and Adroxus. The HP value is going to go definitely to Simp at this time. But Cunninghams is able to take down Crimson Corsair, taking away the scouting right now. But Countess and Commander J are still going to be spotted here on the map, allowing Simp to get into position. Simp needs to move in quickly if they're going to go for the clean kill, because a draw could still happen with 2 minutes and 48 seconds. But the same for the Cunninghams. However, the Cunninghams have the good position of trying to go for the flag cap, but Taka 001 takes a hit in the T69.
Things are looking really tough for both these teams, but now Blue Boys captain Heavy 20 poking on up, and they are alone, isolated. They need to converge a little bit faster. Endo is now poking up. Singh getting into the fray as well. Endo getting blown apart, but Silent Demise only one shot away from going down. Blue Boys captain is going to take him out, and things are not looking good, but the return fire will kill Endo.
Countess in the Pershing going to focus on Blue Boys captain, tries to go for another hit, trying to line up that shot, doesn't take another one, and Heavy 20 moves in. Adroxus gets a clean kill against Countess. Taka 001, the only tier 8 left alive, the tank that can do any damage, but he is going to fall very quickly here as he's getting completely surrounded by Simp here. Simp main, T69 goes down, only one tank left alive, that is A. Martin, and A. Martin is going to be on the run. 1 minute and 50 seconds left for A. Martin to stay alive, but with multiple tanks trying to get on the flag cap, this could be it. This could be goodbye for Cunninghams into the third, fourth place match, and Simp into the finals once again.
All it takes is 33 seconds to cap out with 2. It's going to take around 50 seconds, so this is going to be a game over for the Cunningham. Some really exciting stuff.
Actually, no, there's a chance.
Right. There is a chance. So the L Tractor can potentially reset the cap.
He just has to make it back in time.
Oh, man. And then they'll have maybe 20, 30 seconds, maybe a little bit more than that, to kill A. Martin. They have to give chase after that. There it is, 2 on cap. Yeah, if he is able to, at the last second, just reset that, he might be in a good position, but A. Martin...
he's spotted now, A. Martin. Adroxus will line up the shot.
He done good.
And Adroxus gets the clean kill for the last tank, meaning Simp will be in the finals against Fulcrum Gaming. A repeat again of the storyline from Season 1, but not a repeat of the road to get there. The Cunninghams fought very hard, bringing Simp to the brink.
Yeah, they definitely deserve to be here in the top 4. I would even say the top 3, but we'll find out. They have to match up against Simple Tankers to claim that title, but man, oh man, do they deserve to be here. But guys, give it up for Simp. They're going to be in the finals. They've been playing great. They deserve to be here.
Crimson Corsairs we see on camera along with Heavy 20 and Endo shaking hands with the Cunninghams. And we're going to wait until MacG is ready. But I really have to say, when it came down to can either of these teams beat Fulcrum Gaming, what we saw from Cunninghams, the battle before this one in Himmelsdorf, I loved the play. And I loved what they brought to the table in that play with the spread of their tanks, with the heavy tanks. Mm-hmm. They did not bring that spread. They did not bring that type of play on steps.
It's hard to. They didn't want to draw out. I respect that, though. The Cunninghams were looking for blood. They tried to push in all the way from the east. Remember, it was a west to east push. Simp stayed stoic. They just stood their grounds and was able to take out their opponents. But I respect that. I mean, they went for the win. It didn't work out this time, but I'm sure we're going to be seeing a lot of them in future WGLNAs.
Let's go ahead and throw it over to Waffles for an interview with the team leader of Simp, MacG.
Hey guys, I'm here with MacG of Simp. You just pulled a really close match off from the Cunninghams. Very exciting, one of the best ones we've had the whole Season 2. Can you carry any of this momentum into the finals?
I believe so. We're focused. We're ready. This is, the day we've been waiting for since the season started. So we're excited to get this going.
What is it going to take for SIMP to overcome Fulcrum in the final match?
It's going to take our complete focus. Fulcrum's a team that's always bringing their A game. They're always bringing 100%. So we got to make sure that we bring our 100%. And if we do, I'm confident we'll come out the winners.
Awesome. Well, good luck to SIMP and Fulcrum in the finals. They will be our final teams. We are going to go to a quick commercial break. After that, we will have the third and fourth place teams, the Cunninghams, playing against Simple Tankers. We'll be right back.